Terence Crawford has just shared some shocking details on the fight between him and Manny Pacquiao, and it's just making buzz in the fight world. To know every details behind this epic clash, stay tuned till the end of the video. Terence Crawford recently revealed that a fight with the great Manny Pacquiao fell through after the legendary boxer asked for a $20 million payday. Top Rank's Bob Arum, who promoted Crawford at the time, claimed that Pacquiao wasn't interested in fighting Bud. A Pacquiao-Crawford fight was a massive deal at the time, and the boxing world predicted who would win this fight. The Gypsy King Tyson Fury believed Pacquiao would win this fight. So, what do we know about the failed Crawford versus Pacquiao fight? And who would win if these two fought today? The fight between Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao promises to be an exciting one, and recently there have been plenty of rumors suggesting that a fight between these two could happen in 2024. Both Crawford and Pacquiao are fighters with a legacy, and therefore this matchup guarantees a lucrative payday for both fighters. Interestingly, Pacquiao has shown interest in fighting Crawford for a long time, and they were close to taking on one another in 2021. Unfortunately, that fight didn't happen due to disagreements between both fighters. We'll look at that later, but Pacquiao has recently suggested that he is open to coming out of retirement and fighting Crawford. This is therefore not going to be an exhibition fight, and the legacy of both fighters is going to be on the line. The Filipino boxing icon has been keeping himself fit by fighting exhibition bouts all over the world, and he deserves credit for his willingness to come out of retirement and fight one of the best fighters in the world right now. Pacquiao retired in 2021 following a unanimous decision loss to Yordenis Ugas. He will therefore look to make a strong return if he does decide to return to the ring and fight Crawford. It's also worth mentioning that Pacquiao was interested in ending his career on a high in 2021 by fighting an undefeated Crawford. Unfortunately, that fight didn't happen because of both fighters' differences over how much they should earn for the fight. The talks for a Crawford-Pacquiao fight had been swirling around for some time, and it was supposed to be one of the biggest fights in boxing history. The boxing icon, however, wanted a massive payday and demanded $20 million from Crawford's then-promoter Top Rank. Crawford addressed the issue of Manny Pacquiao demanding $20 million for their fight. He expressed a sense of frustration and disbelief at Pacquiao's high financial demand. He implied that this amount was essentially a way for Pacquiao to avoid the fight, as it was an unrealistic and excessive figure. Crawford suggested that by asking for such a high porcy, Pacquiao and his team were effectively pricing themselves out of the fight. This move by Pacquiao was seen as a strategic way to decline the fight without directly saying no, as agreeing to such a high demand would be financially impractical for Crawford's team. Crawford's tone and comments indicated a mix of disappointment and understanding of the business side of boxing, where financial demands can often be a tool for negotiation or a method to avoid certain matchups. This situation highlighted the complex and often challenging nature of organizing high-profile boxing fights, where financial interests can significantly influence decisions and outcomes. While it might seem that Pacquiao wasn't interested in fighting Crawford, Pac-Man dismissed those rumors. In one of his interviews, Pacquiao addressed the topic of fighting Terence Crawford, expressing a clear desire to make the fight happen. Contrary to claims that he was avoiding Crawford, Pacquiao stated unequivocally that he had always been interested in the matchup. He seemed perplexed and somewhat frustrated about why the fight hadn't materialized, indicating that the decision was not in his hands. Pacquiao emphasized that as a fighter, his role is to fight whoever is put in front of him, showcasing his willingness to take on any challenger, including Crawford. Pacquiao's comments reflected his fighter's mentality and his readiness to face top contenders in the boxing world. But Terence Crawford isn't the only opponent Manny got to face. Some of the other big opponents, such as Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, are also on list. Even Manny has just showed the desire to face them. Manny has just announced the rematch with Money Mayweather and showed interest in fighting Tank at 147. All of these fights will the one for the history. Either it's Terence versus Manny, or Floyd versus Manny, or Gervonta versus Manny. The boxing world is anticipating for each and every fight. Will Manny pick up the gloves against Terence, or it can be anyone else except Terence? Let us know your thoughts on these upcoming clashes in the comments section. So that's all I had for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling updates from the world of boxing. Until next time, keep your gloves up and your spirits high. Stay hyped.